Okay, ready? Front, front, back, back, pat your weave, pat your weave.
I'm not patting my weave.
So you don't care if we have a hot handshake. I guess you're happy with being replaced then.
Oh, the twins are here.
Yep.
I'm Dylan. Or am I Dylan?
Oh, it's just adorable.
Or do you want to stay two low-rent suckers with the same birthday?
Fine, I'll pat the weave. But call me low rent again and we're done.
Ready? Front, front, back, back, pat your weave, pat your...
Hi.
Welcome to Build. Thank you
you.
so much for being here and hanging out with
Thanks
us.
for having me. I'm super excited.
Oh, we're so excited you're here. Congratulations. Season 4 of Blackish, an incredible show. We're going to talk all about it. We're going to get to it. But
Okay.
first thing I want to know, how are you doing? How's Marseille?
I am doing really well. Yeah.
You having a good time in New York?
Yes, I am. It's super cold out here, though.
Very
Like,
cool. Well, yeah, you were from Texas, but you live in LA now, right?
Yeah, I live in LA now.
So this
That's
is
where we shoot.
a little
so-
different than you used to weather-wise.
Yeah, like yesterday it was like 4 o'clock and it was like night. It was dark already.
That's the
And
worst,
I'm like,
right?
shoot, it's like lunch. I'm like, what the heck? But
Yeah.
yeah, it's lots of fun here.
It is. I saw you were at TRL yesterday. That must have been an
Yeah.
experience. How was that?
It was so much fun. I wanted to be on TRL for like the longest time, and I used to watch it. So yeah,
Sounds like a dream come true.
it was lots of fun.
What was your favorite part of the experience?
Doing the games like One Must
Yeah.
Go. That was
yeah.
that was fun.
That looks like it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Yeah.
I love you were mentioning it's like really cold. People don't get to see this. When you walked in, you had like several layers going. Like you were rocking because it's
Yeah.
definitely colder than you're used to, right?
It was like seriously cold. Like
Yeah.
I had like some sweats on top of this, and then I had like a sweater and stuff. It was a struggle.
But it was like a magic act because you took off the layers and you were like ready to go. Like it was amazing. Yeah.
It was like a quick change.
It was very much like a quick change.
Yeah.
Do you have a lot of practice in that? Is that something you've worked on, or does it just come naturally?
No, like still when I'm at home and stuff, and I take the longest showers and stuff, and my parents have to pull me out, like, come on, guys, like, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So, how many times have you been to New York so far? Have you lost count? Is this one of your under 10? More than 10?
Nah, I think it's under 10.
Under
this
10?
might be like my third.
Third time in New York?
Yeah, at least third, fourth time.
Yeah, like
Still
a
getting
favorite-
used to it.
Like a favorite thing that you like to do when you come out to New York?
There's a place called Insomnia Cookies. Has anyone ever heard of that?
There was,
Really good, and I always go.
Yeah, you can tell it's good because when you said the name, everybody in the crowd gasped.
Yeah, he's like, ooh.
Insomnia cookies.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, no, they are incredible cookies. Have you ever had Baked by Melissa cupcakes? They're the little cupcakes. Oh, we're gonna take care of you. We'll show you a whole new world. They're really good.
Okay.
They're like this big, super tasty, very addictive.
Wait, this big?
Yeah, you eat like 10 of them though.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, who would eat this?
No, on paper it sounds like a weird idea, but she's made it work. Trust me. Like,
Okay.
you're gonna like them. We'll figure it out. Cool. So, all right, under 10 times in New York. You loving the cookies?
Yeah.
You've been doing this for a little while. I'm curious. What is your earliest memory of like being on a set, being an actor, and doing this job? Because it feels like you've been doing it for decades.
Yeah, it feels like I'm a pro at this already.
Yeah, you're so good at it. You're so good.
But it's basically the start of a new beginning, basically. But let's see. Okay, one of my first commercials I
All the
did
way back.
was like way back, like way back.
Or what, like 3 years ago, like 4 years ago? That's old people saying that way back. That's what an old person sounds like. No, it was a long time ago.
It
though.
was
yeah.
literally a long time ago, like probably one of my first things I've done. It was a Choice Hotels commercial, and I had a luggage. I had to stand on the luggage, and you know, it was lots of fun. I was like 5, and I still have the luggage in my garage. It's probably all dusty and
You don't use the
spiked
luggage
and
anymore?
stuff. No, I don't.
Just keep it to remember that moment?
Yeah, just to keep it to remember it.
Do you remember, like, the lights and the camera and all that stuff? Do you remember being nervous at all about doing it when you were younger? Or did it always just feel like fun, just like make-believe, just like getting out there and having a good time?
Yeah, it was like mostly fun and stuff, but usually junk food. I'd eat a lot of junk food and stuff from the catering and stuff.
You remember the junk food, the
Yeah,
craft services.
I was like, yeah, the craft services are like the best part, but I was like 5, 6. But,
I tell you, there are a lot of adults that still think the craft services is the best part. You're not alone in that.
it's so lit.
Yeah.
Like, that's like the best part.
Yeah, there's something. Free food will make you excited no matter how old you are or who you are, where you're from. It's oh my God, I could just eat this.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's for me. Yeah. It's always a big deal.
We have the best catering truck on set too.
Do you guys?
Like we make juices, smoothies, and stuff.
No way.
It's the best.
What's your go-to smoothie? What do you do? What do you like?
It's a long thing. Like it's
Yeah?
a long list of.
You put a lot of stuff in the smoothie.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a berry-heavy smoothie or no, more like a banana strawberry thing? What are we talking?
No,
here?
it's like a kale.
It's like a green.
kale
Of
yeah.
course it is. Yeah, it's healthy. It's
Yeah,
healthy.
I have to like press all the fruits and juices
Yeah.
and stuff into the juicer, and then I move to the smoothie place, and then.
Are you making it
Yeah.
yourself? You're putting it all together?
Yeah, I make it myself. You know.
Oh, all right. How
Yeah.
how many times did you have to make your own juice smoothie until you figured out the perfect recipe? Did you get it right away? You just
I can't count.
You can't count? It was a long
lot.
process.
It was a long process, and then they would pull me onto set, so I'd be like, "Dang it, come on,
just
man."
made it.
Yeah.
Do you ever think of releasing your secret recipe, or no? That's just for you. That's just your
Maybe
smoothie.
later. Let me like
Okay.
make sure it's.
I'm not
the
gonna make you.
best.
I'm not gonna make you give it up right now. I was just curious.
Yeah, I know. I'll tell you. I'll tell y'all later.
When the cameras go off and we're not live,
Yeah.
that'll just be for us. We'll know.
Okay, here we go.
Here's the secret smoothie recipe.
Yeah.
all right. So you start your first acting job. You're doing the commercial. You got the luggage, all that stuff. But you're a singer and a dancer as well. How do you remember? When did you start doing that? Was it all at once, or did you start singing and dancing a little bit after the acting?
Well, singing, I've been doing that for a while. Yeah, because I used to like mimic movies and stuff, and the singing parts I used to sing and stuff. Has anyone seen the Love on Top video that I did? Yeah, that
got
was
some nods, yeah.
yeah, that was a while ago. But but yeah, I've been singing for a while. Dancing, other than cheerleading and stuff when I was
Okay.
little,
Yeah.
all I know is to like do this. That's
Pretty
all
good,
I know.
though.
Yeah, that's,
Well, you know,
that's
I
a start.
mentioned dancing because I stumbled upon something on the internet. You had done, I think it was last summer, not this past summer, but the summer before that. You were part of Dreamgirls 35, like the celebration of the third. And it was
Yeah.
amazing. You did a performance. You did one of the songs. And I was like, oh, my God, I had no idea. Oh, my goodness, I was blown away.
Yeah.
How did that come about? What was that experience like to be on that stage with all those people performing that music?
It was so much fun, but it was very nerve-wracking,
Yeah.
you know? But I used to love Dreamgirls, the movie, and, you know, I had two of my friends, and we were all like a band, you know? It was pretty cool, but it was still very nerve-wracking. But at the end, it was lots of fun.
Was that the first time you had done like a song and dance in front of a crowd that large or something like that before, like a full choreographed piece?
Yeah, like when we were rehearsing, I was like, dang, this is like a big... this is like a big stage and stuff. Like I feel like I'm on tour. So,
Yeah.
but yeah.
It was pretty amazing. Did you like get like kind of bit by the bug? Are you like excited to pursue more of that and do more of that now? Working on some of that stuff?
Yeah.
For a little bit.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it.
Still figuring it out.
But acting is like, you know, my
Yeah,
favorite
well, I
thing.
mean, you're amazing at it. And I was curious, speaking of acting and like stepping outside of Diane and doing these fun little things on the side, I also saw you just did, I think it was for NPR, I want to say the Lion's Whisker, I wrote it down, was it called?
Yeah.
The Lion Whisker, which was really cool because it was kind of like a podcast storybook time thing. So it was almost like voiceover in a way. And I was
Yeah.
curious because you're someone who acts a lot, like you're known for your stare, like that stare you give on Blackish. You're known for your expressions. Was it hard for you to have to act with just your voice and not have like your facial expressions and all that to play with?
Yeah, usually it happens to me because sometimes I move my hands and stuff because, you know, I do that on Blackish, and,
Yeah,
you know.
very much. It's very much a part of the character. So
Yeah,
you
I
had
like
to
being
kind of like
physical.
figure out a different way, sort of. Like this was your first time doing that.
Yeah. They tell me like, "Hey, can you like stay on the mic, please?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry," but but yeah.
That was great. Marsai, we're just going to need you to do everything over again and stand in front of the microphone this time. Basically, a lot of that,
Basically,
right?
that's basically what they tell me, but you know, the sweet version.
Right.
Yeah.
They tone it down, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Well, let's get into this incredible show, Blackish season 4. Congratulations! That's so
Thank you.
amazing. How much have you guys done so far? Have you finished all of? No, there's still some to shoot, right?
we're actually on our half point.
Okay.
Yeah. We've done a lot of episodes, but we have a few more to go before we end. But yeah, it's been super awesome. The series, not the series, the season premiere was like the best.
Oh, it was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt like we're on Broadway or something.
For sure.
Yeah.
It was incredible. And something like that, it's You guys make it look easy, but to do an episode like that and to have that's a very hard thing to pull off.
Look,
and you guys pulled it off. Like,
thank you.
So well. I mean, it was amazing.
Thank you. The struggle was real,
Yeah,
honestly. Like, it usually takes us a week to shoot an episode.
How long for this?
But for the season premiere, it took us 1 week just to get the choreography and then sing, and then we had to perform or rehearse on the stage, and then we had to rehearse with the background dancers. Then we had to rehearse just with the choir. Then we rehearsed with everybody.
Amazing.
And it took us like a week to do that. And then we shot it.
And then we shot it. Wow.
Yeah, we had to make sure it was...
Did it take longer to shoot that one too? Like everything else took longer, or you rehearsed so much at that point that it was kind of you guys flew through it? What was
Yeah,
it?
we literally flew through it.
Yeah.
It was lots of fun though.
Yeah.
It was a great time.
Well, you can tell everyone here enjoyed it because when you mentioned the first episode, they had the same reaction to when you mentioned the cookies. Everybody was like, "Oh yeah, first episode, so good." It was
Yeah.
amazing. It was amazing.
Yeah, we
All
learned a lot.
This seems like a silly question after having that conversation, but let's take episode 1 out of the lineup so far. Do you have a favorite episode you've done so far this season?
Ooh.
Other than that one amazing one, that's obviously everybody's favorite, but you got to pick another one.
I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the one that y'all just saw lately. It was the first and last episode.
That was a
I had
big deal.
Yeah. So.
That was a big deal. When you got the script for that episode, what were you thinking when you were reading that through the first time?
I was a little bit nervous. I was like, well, I don't want to, show my business out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want people to know this. I'm like, ugh. Like, even if it is Diane, it's still like a
I was going to
topic.
ask you that. Did it
But-
make it a little easier because it's not technically your business, it's Diane's business.
Yeah, but also it is a thing that people can also relate to.
Yeah.
So I thought, yeah, sure, why not? This would be actually fun because Diane is like mean herself, like so
Yeah.
people think she's possessed. But her having her thing, it makes it more of a dramatic situation.
For sure.
So it was pretty fun.
I think it was a really funny episode, and I think it was really, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say brave, but it's great that you did it because Diane was the perfect character, I think, for a lot of people to see go through it because of how strong Diane always just is to begin with, and for her to be like, I got this. It's not a big deal. And I think that's a great message, which is just something Blackish does so well, which is you laugh, you enjoy the show, but they give you a great little message. They always talk about a really important topic or bring stuff to light and shine light on something.
Definitely.
I'm wondering, working on that show for 4 years and being surrounded by all these people that are so smart and so talented, has that, do you think, changed sort of how you see the rest of the world? Because you're exposed to all of these different, intelligent, really smart, amazing people.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I definitely learned a lot.
You learn a lot, don't you?
Yeah, I learned a lot since day one.
Yeah.
Because Blackish is like that type of show that people and families can relate to, definitely. So, like the Hope episode about, I learned a lot about it. Lemons. It was lots of fun, and it was like a teaching moment.
Yeah.
You know?
I would imagine that you being on this show is almost like also going to like an entirely separate school at the same time. Like
Yeah,
you're,
definitely.
You're learning so much through being on it. Let me ask you slightly, let's pivot a second. Who cracks you up the most on set? Because we had Anthony here, and we could barely get through a conversation with them. I'm wondering who makes you guys laugh the most when you're out there making the show.
Ooh, yeah, probably Anthony.
Yeah?
Or Miles, because
Really?
I'm
Yeah?
with Miles the most out of like everybody, but he is so funny. Like we both crack each other up, and between takes we'd start laughing, or if the camera's not on us, we'd be like,
Yeah, do you have tricks to stop yourself from laughing? Do you have like...
no, we just laugh. Like
It's going to happen.
yeah, they understand, because this is a funny. Like if you think the show is funny, like you should have seen what we do behind the scenes. It's really fun.
I can only imagine. Actually, there was a great little bit of behind the scenes, I think, that you posted on Instagram recently. Tracee had her birthday.
Yeah.
You guys brought out a little cake for her. That was amazing. Do you guys celebrate? Do you do that often? Do you surprise people with the cakes and all that fun stuff? And you do like the birthday celebrations on set?
Yeah, we do that with every single birthday.
Yeah.
And for our cast, or for our crew, we'd be like, okay, here's the October birthdays, December birthdays, all that stuff.
Because there's so many people.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you do them all, like all the... That's a lot of fun.
But Tracy's birthday was like, so it was so awesome. The
Yeah.
cake was amazing. They decorated her trailer. They decorate all of our trailers when we do the happy birthday
That's so much
stuff.
fun.
But it's lots of fun.
Well, there was a great thing that was in the little post that it said your real family and your TV family after 4 years are one big family now. And that's a really sweet thing to hear, and like one of those things that you want to like believe when you say like that's awesome, that's really
Yeah.
good. So I'm wondering like what are holidays like with such a big family now? What are you guys doing for Thanksgiving? Are you going to see anyone from the show? Is it going to be just real family? What's the plans? What are you thinking?
What are we doing for Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I think family's here. We'll just ask them after. You know
Yeah.
what? We'll figure it out afterwards.
But yeah, usually we go to Texas.
Yeah.
Because I
Go back
was born
home.
and raised in Texas. And I'd see my grandparents, and then we'd have like a huge party at their house, and it'd be lots of fun. But this year we're doing it in LA.
Oh,
which
no
is
way.
Lots of fun, yeah.
And that's the first time?
I don't think it's the first, is it?
Maybe?
I don't know, but
Under 5 times.
yeah,
Say
like
that.
under 5 times.
5
but
times.
I think this is like the first time.
Very, very cool. How much I saw? We gotta go to audience Q&A in a second, but there were a couple other things I really wanted to ask you about. I saw you're doing something really cool in the area. I think on the I want to say the 18th or something. You're an honoree at. I wrote it down. Give Thanks for Girls, the benefit gala.
Yeah.
That's pretty incredible. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Tell me a little bit about that. How you got involved there, and if you're excited for it, what you're expecting, what's going on there.
I am super excited.
Yeah.
Like I think I figured that out like a week ago.
Yeah, you just found out.
Yeah, I just found out, and I'm super excited because my friend Marley Dias will be there, and just to be honored like that, and
Yeah.
just to be recognized for what I do is really amazing.
It's got to be incredible. Speaking of recognized, recipient of 2 NAACP Image Awards. I mean, that's pretty. We can applaud for that, by the way, because that's remarkable.
Thank you.
Go ahead and take a sip. I'll talk for a minute. You don't need to rush. There you go. Enjoy. But that's such an incredible thing, and you 100% deserve them. I'm wondering, what in the moment do you think when you hear your name announced for something like that, and you have to accept this award and this honor? What goes through your head?
I get those butterflies in my stomach usually, because then I'd be like, oh God, what am I going to say? Like, oh shoot. Because I don't really prepare speeches like that as much. I just be like, I'll just go for it, whatever pops into my head.
Speak from the heart.
Speak from the heart. You know what I'm saying? But it's been so much fun. The NAACP Image Awards are always lit. Anthony always hosts. It's like a Blackish takeover type of situation.
Love it.
So yeah, and also being like a winner for 2, I think. Yeah,
you got
for
2
2.
of 'em.
It's,
If Wikipedia is to be believed, you've got 2 of them.
yeah, it's lots of fun, and I'm super blessed. Definitely.
For sure. Before we turn it over, you're at your season break. Like the season, I think there's kind of like a little bit of a cliffhanger. We're about to see who Omar is and all that sort of stuff, right? What can you tease, if anything, for when we get back from the break? Do you know anything about the other side of the break? Have you done anything for the other side of the break yet? No.
Well, I know things,
But you can't say yeah?
but I can't say anything.
Fair enough. But you're excited about the second half, of course.
I am super excited, definitely. And the episodes that are coming up and what we're shooting right now. You guys are going to be super excited about that. So, yeah, y'all just got to tune in.
Okay.
So,
Well, we're going to. God, it's so much fun talking to you, but we got to take some questions from the audience. I promised we would. I see some microphones out there. First one, I believe, is right here. Yep, here we go.
hi.
Hey, great to meet you. You and Yar play some of my favorite characters in the show, mostly because it's like seeing 2 versions of myself on screen. Especially you with being like a younger version of me, and then it makes me really realize what people were saying were true, was that I was a really evil child. Yeah. But what I was wondering in general, especially since I wondered about acting life a lot when I was a young girl, is what are the challenges of being a child actor, really?
What are the challenges? That's a good question. Thank you. Probably balancing school and also acting at the same time. I'm in 7th grade, so I get the balance, and stuff like that. But we have a tutor on set that usually helps us, and we can school like for 5 hours. But we have to get a lot of things done in those 5 hours. And then when I'm shooting, sometimes I'm thinking like, okay, I have a pretest when I'm done. Dang it, you know, stuff like that. But to also balance and make sure you're not behind and stuff. You know, that's probably one of the challenges. But yeah, it's not too many challenges to being a child actor and stuff, because you know you also need that balance of you're still a kid, but you're also working too, if you know what I mean. But yeah, there's not too many challenges. Yeah.
Yeah, we had a couple of the kids from Stranger Things, like Caleb was in here, Millie Bobby Brown was in here, and they were saying the same thing of that, like, one of the hardest parts is you have to, as soon as you're done with your scene, you've got to run back, you got to get to that trailer, and you've got to finish your homework, and you got to do these different things. Or there were certain days where they could only film for so long because you could only film for a certain amount of hours when you're a kid and stuff like that. So there's these weird little things that help keep you a kid, but can sometimes, like, oh, I got to do that pretest. I got to worry about this. So like, it never leaves your head.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Or we're almost done with the scene, and then be like, oh, man, you have to go in a minute. So, yeah, Marsai's wrapped. I was like, but we're almost finished with the scene. But, yeah, stuff like that.
And then you're like, it's not my fault. I'm sorry.
I was like, oh, man. Well, my birthday's coming up, so.
Yeah, very cool.
Next year.
Okay. That's how birthdays tend to work, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're always coming up next year. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got time for a few more questions. Next one's going to be right here.
Hi. If you can pick a celebrity guest to be on Blackish, who would it be?
Oprah Winfrey.
Nice.
Great pick.
Yeah.
Great pick.
Definitely.
Yeah. And you met Oprah too, right?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that.
I feel like I needed a car. Like, even though like I can't drive yet, I can learn how to drive.
Yeah, but when you see Oprah, naturally, you just feel like just the joy of seeing Oprah is probably equal to the joy of getting a car. So that's why you were confused.
It was so great.
It was amazing. I heard you also. I saw you on Conan. You also met Beyonce, right? So let's say that's Oprah, Beyonce, and you met Beyonce at the White House. So I imagine you met the Obamas.
Yeah.
Okay, who's left? At that point, you've met all the amazing, incredible people. Who do you want to meet next?
Drake. I'd still want to meet Drake.
There we go.
You know,
you got that list ready.
I still want to meet Drake. That's why I'm like, take me to Toronto or something.
There you go.
But yeah. That's
Oprah. Good pick. Good pick. Oprah. How many? One more? I got time for one more question. It's going to be right over here.
Hi, Marsai. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I wanted to ask you, since before, if you're thinking back to before you became an actress to now becoming an actress, how has your life changed, and what are the most impacting lessons you would say you've learned so far?
Wow. I got to think about that.
Yeah.
Let's see. The lessons that I've learned so far. To always believe in yourself, definitely. Because I usually get nervous around these type of things. I'd be like, kind of don't want to talk, like, around these, like, panels and stuff right now. You've
done a great job.
Thank you. Yeah, I get a little nerve-wracking, but my dad's like, confidence is everything. If you have confidence in yourself, like, you know, like, things will feel better. You know what I'm saying? But I had, like, multiple people tell me some advice throughout the years that really helped me or made an impact in my career. But yeah. Yeah.
Well, again, you've done a phenomenal job. So I had no idea you were nervous. I couldn't. Can anybody tell? Anybody know she was nervous? Yeah. See that? You nailed it. So thank you for this. Thank you for your character. Thank you for Diane and for this amazing show. Congratulations again on season 4. I guess we're just going to have to tune in Tuesdays at 9, 8 Central to see what happens on the other side of that break, right?
On ABC.
On ABC. Ladies and gentlemen, please, round of applause, Marsai Martin. Come on.